Hey there. I want to play a video by the Thinking Atheist. When he has a conversation with the Saints Revenge, whose first name also happens to be Ernest. So, solidarity with your brother. I think this is very important because I think it goes along with what I'm about to talk about, and I think you'll find it very interesting.
My friend?
Not much, man. So I had a little bit of time as I came home, and there's snow. I got to plow out and get the family moving. I kind of wanted to talk to you about what happened over the Christmas holidays. I wear a Christmas hat that says "Merry Atheistness" on my hat, and I wear it into my grocery stores, And what happened got me on 4 radio stations, made news. As I'm sitting in the store that I work in, the stores can't tell me to take my hat off because it's then becomes they're religiously targeting me.
Yeah.
And so this old lady walks up to me and says, "You're personally attacking me," and I'm like, "What?" And she throws water on me.
Oh my God!
It's a scene in a bar, and I got my iPad sitting here. So my first thought was not my suit that I'm wearing, but is my iPad okay? Once I dried the water from my eyes, iPad's fine. And she starts screaming at me, "How dare you attack Jesus?" And I'm like, wow, So the management came up to the store and asked, "Hey, do you want to press charges?" And, I said, "What am I going to press charges over? We're made up of what, 78% water? Water won't hurt me. It didn't hurt my iPhone. It didn't hurt my iPad, And so the Christians around here are heralding this woman a hero, but not identifying the fact that she, one, personally violated space.
Yeah.
And a couple of shows ago, I think he had something on, the lines of, should we debate more? Or maybe you're doing it now. But, I wear these things to personally debate people and to personally draw them out into my way. I've just, never had water thrown at me at all in any of my cases that I've ever argued with people. But I just think that's pretty funny that, Christians can't control themselves. And, 17 years as a minister myself, I never would have done anything, to somebody like that. I probably would have cast the devil out of them, but not try to throw water I just purchased.
Don't you think that speaks to insecurity? If you walk into a room and you believe a certain way and you're proud about it, you can abide somebody standing next to you who doesn't agree with you. You're like, oh, whatever, But if someone who is religious stands next to you and they see that you don't believe in God, it is their mission. They have to fix you. I think there's something, they're driven to try to make whatever is wrong with you right before they leave the store. And if you won't convert, now it's time to go, now it's time to pull out the holy water and throw it all over you.
So, okay, what is this about? Well, I just, of course, read Sam Harris's book on the moral landscape, and I think he said a few things. So when I heard Saints Revenge story, it immediately lit up, because I've already just read this. So, and I think it explains a lot of theist behavior. Very obviously, they always act like they're attacked and persecuted when all you do is address the false beliefs. So I'm going to read 2 passages or 2 paragraphs from Sam Harris's book. The Kindle location is 2064 through 74 and on to the next page. So let me read this bit. When compared to the mental states of belief and of disbelief, we found that belief is associated with the greater activity of the medial prefrontal cortex. This region of the prefrontal lobes is involved in linking factual knowledge with relevant emotional associations, changing in behavior in response toward, and is a goal-based actions. The MPFC is associated with ongoing reality monitoring, and injuries here can cause people to confabulate, that is, to make patently false statements without any apparent awareness that they're not telling the truth. Whatever it is caused in the brain, confabulation seems to be a condition in which the belief processing has run amok, where the MPFC is often associated with self-representation. And one of the seems more activity the subject just thinks about themselves than when they think about others. The greater activity we found in the median prefrontal cortex is for the belief as compared to disbelief may reflect the greater self-relevance and or reward value to true statements. When we believe in a proposition to be true, and it is a thought that we have taken in hand as a part of our extended self, we are saying, in effect, that this is mine, I can use this. It fits my view of the world. It seems to me that such cognitive acceptance is distinctly positive and emotional valence, and we actually like the truth, and we may in fact dislike falsehood. So the consequences of this is pretty obvious. We take what we believe as a part of ourselves. So when somebody challenges your belief, this is what causes the feeling of being personally attacked. You're not being attacked, it's the belief. But in the way we process our beliefs in the and the median prefrontal cortex, is pretty much identified with us, the idea of self, the idea of I. So this explains theist behaviors, particularly creationists and other types of theists that, take offense to being criticized. It opens a whole world. It's like, ding, light overhead. Of course that's why they feel persecuted. They identify their ideas as being a part of themselves. We all do, in essential nature. But, yeah, I think I figured I'd share that with you, and explains a lot, doesn't it? Let me know your thoughts. So remember, people, rationality is the path to righteousness.